This time we will be talking about fall leaves. We will be finding out what the cricket's nest is all about and also what happened at the International Village event. Welcome back to this edition of Your Community, the program that brings information to Winston-Salem. Today we have three different topics. The first one will be with Mr. Johnnie Taylor from Sanitation Department. He will be talking to us about the fall leaves, what to do with them, and also about dates for the recycling and garbage collection for all the festivities that are coming along. After that, we're going to find out what is the cricket's nest? What does it have to do? Ms. Kim Young is going to talk to us a little bit about it. Also, we will have one of our commissioners, Mr. Eusebio Velez, that will be talking to us of what happened at International Village. But first, let's see what Johnnie Taylor has to tell us today. Mr. Taylor, fall is just around the corner, and we'll be having all of these leaves coming down from our trees. One of the things that we'd like to know is, when is the schedule? How is the leaf collection? Where do we put all this? So there's so many questions related to these fall leaves. Can you answer these?
Yes. Leaf collection will begin the first week of November. The city is divided into 4 quadrants. This year, we'll begin in quadrant 1. We'll go clockwise around the city, 1 through 4, and each person will get 3 rounds of leaf collection if they have their leaves at the curb.
Now, some people just ask, what can we do? Can we burn the leaves in our backyard? How can we use the leaves? Is it always just you all pick them up and that's it? How can you help us understand a little bit more about that?
Well, leaf collection is available to anyone who wants to participate from a single family residence. However, you have a right to keep your leaves if you'd like, and they could be used for composting. But we cannot allow any kind of burning inside the corporate limits of Winston-Salem. It's just totally not acceptable. So you've got a couple of options. 1, bring them to the curb. We'll collect them. 2, you can just keep them, make your own compost pile. And the third one is to just leave them now and wait for them to deteriorate.
Okay, well that's really something that a lot of people really, how can I use this? And that's a good way to use them. Another thing is Christmas is also just around the corner as well. And we buy natural trees, some of us. What do we do with them? Do we put them on the curb, or can we use them somewhere else, or do we take them somewhere? Can you help us understand what we can do with those Christmas trees?
Well, there are actually 2 options for Christmas trees. Usually around the first week of January, we start picking up trees as residents discard them after Christmas. Then that sometimes goes on until the end of January, just depending upon when they're placed at the curb. Also, there are recreation centers that are designated as locations where you could actually take your tree and drop it off. There will be information on our website that will let you know which particular recreation centers you can go to, and that is another effective means of disposing of your tree.
Also about if we have inclement weather, how does the collections change? Where can we find the information? Is it on the radio? Is it on the website? Who can we call to find out? Because in many occasions, of course, at wintertime, you never know what happens. So how can us as citizens really find out what to do when this happens?
Inclement weather certainly does have the potential to delay our collections. Ice causes problems with our leaf collection equipment. So what we usually do is we evaluate the situation to determine whether we can actually go out. If not, we'll make sure that we put the information on our website You can call CityLink at 311 for any questions that you may have, and we'll also contact the media concerning inclement weather and scheduling changes.
Talking again about inclement weather, let's say there's a big snowstorm and I live in a certain neighborhood, but I can't get out because the roads are packed. Does the city do plowing of the snow? And what areas are the ones that you all work first? Do I have to call the city and let you all know that the neighborhood that we're in has not been plowed? How does that work?
Well, snow plowing is handled by the Streets Division under the umbrella of the DOT. And the city does have a plan to deal with inclement weather. You don't have to call. They've already got a system set up where they deal with those roads that are highest priority, basically your main streets, and then they work their way backwards to some of the residential neighborhoods. So they actually have all of the information and routes prepared, and also the sanitation department actually works with them to supply manpower so that we can get those streets cleared as soon as possible to minimize disruptions in the daily lives of our residents here in Winston-Salem.
Mr. Taylor, there's usually new things that happen, and sometimes the city doesn't know, the citizens of our community don't know what's new in recycling or what's new with the pickup of the garbage. Can you talk to us a little bit about if there's anything new this year or for next year? That way we can be prepared.
Sure. I'd actually like to talk about a couple of things. Last year, we actually implemented a pilot program with multifamily complexes where we placed dumpsters in place of the cart stations to kind of give them an opportunity to recycle even more commodities. And so we're looking to possibly expand that program even more. We have several complexes that are participating. You don't have to sort anything. It's much like the residential curbside program, but you just bring the recyclables to the dumpster and place them in. And we have seen growth in the quantities of recyclables as a result of that program. But we also have a new business recycling program pilot that we're going to be starting in the next couple of months that will give businesses an opportunity to recycle with the city through a 8 cubic yard dumpster. So I'm really excited about that because that's not something that we've been able to do in the past. But the state of North Carolina has rewarded us some grant funding, and we're going to kick off that pilot this year. So if there are businesses that are interested in business recycling, the city will soon be in the business of providing that on a small scale because this is a pilot program. We've not yet gone to a full blown program.
That's a great opportunity for many other people in our community to be able to participate, especially in the recycling program. Mr. Taylor, is there anything else you would like our community to know?
One of the things that I really want to emphasize is as we enter leaf season, please make sure that you don't put any wood or metallic objects in the leaf piles because they're very detrimental. Those things are detrimental to our equipment, which in turn would diminish our resources and cause the collection frequency to be that much longer. Also be careful with tarps. I know that some residents use tarps to bring their leaves to the curb, and that's fine, but please don't leave the tarp there because it actually can get caught up in the leaf vacuums and create, once again, another problem for us. So I hope everybody around the middle of October, the end of October, will have some leaves that they can rake out. And we look forward to meeting them at the curb to remove their leaves so that they can enjoy the rest of their fall and their winter.
As you heard, Mr. Johnnie Taylor gave us a lot of information, so please pay attention to all those festivity days and when your recycling will be picked up, trash, and also when the leaf collection is. Now we're going to go to the Cricket's Nest, a beautiful place But let me not say much about it. Let's have Kim Young let you know.
What does the Cricket's Nest offer?
The Cricket's Nest is a very unique craft shop. We offer a wide variety of crafts, everything from wood items to small little crocheted items. The Cricket's Nest has been here since 1976, November 1976, and we're a consignment shop to seniors of Forsyth County.
Well, that is really great. I've been looking around and seeing all the crafts that you have. Who are the crafters? Who are the people who bring this in?
The Cricket's Nest have to be 55 years old and live in Forsyth County. We have a variety of crafters that are 55 plus, and we also have associate membership. A small group of our members are associate members, which are juried. Our other members are not. What they bring us is just their special handcrafted items that they have made at home. And a lot of times the reason the Cricket's Nest was started, that when you do crafts, you give it to everybody in the family. And once you give it to everybody in the family, you need an outlet, you know, to kind of support your habit of what you enjoy doing. So that's when the Cricket's Nest started in 1976. Sue Drummond was the person that thought of the Cricket's Nest. Her mother did crocheted items, and she needed some other outlet. So that's what this is. And we say it's kind of like a craft show all year long, so people enjoy that.
And it's beautiful because you have such a big variety of things. Now, to have a place like this, do you all have a sponsor, someone who helps out? Is it a nonprofit? Could you explain a little bit about that, how this really works? Besides the crafters?
Yes, the Cricket's Nest is a nonprofit business. It is sponsored by Winston-Salem Recreation and Parks Department, and all of our employees here are city employees. So without the city of Winston-Salem, there's no way there would be a Cricket's Nest, and without the support of Recreation and Parks, again, there's no way that we would have such a wonderful shop like this. A lot of people come from other counties wanting, you know, to sell their items here, and we're sorry that we can't take anybody out of Forsyth County, but there's just not room. You can see our walls are full, so there's just not room to take in anyone else outside of Forsyth County. But we have a board of directors, and they meet on a quarterly basis, and so everything is very well organized and run. Our craft shop manager here is Kimberly Jones, and she keeps things just running with like a well-oiled machine, I would say. And we have wonderful employees that just love the customers, and we have regular customers that come in weekly basis because we take things in every week.
Now, I understand that you all have festivals and other activities and events here at the Cricket's Nest. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Oh wow, the Cricket's Nest sponsors a lot of different events and things. We have outdoor festivals that we do. So let's start with July. Around the middle of July, we do our Firecracker Festival, where we give away 600 plus ice cream sundaes. And this year we had about 49 different crafters. They participated in that. Our upcoming show is in September. That's an outside show, the last weekend of September, September 26th. And from 10 till 3 that afternoon, we'll have the park full. 50, 60 plus vendors will be out in the park with a wide variety of crafts. And we invite everyone, all ages, to come in. We have even children that do crafts. I mean, well-made crafts that come in with their parents and maybe set up a table. And then we have pottery, you name it, just wood items. It's everything at the outdoor festivals. After that, in October, we'll have our Christmas open house, which is a really fun time. We'll transform part of the Cricket's Nest into a Christmas area, and you'll see everything there. That's October 25th. Following that, the next weekend, wow, is the Holly Jolly Show, and it is so much fun. It's an inside show, and we have 35 different crafters come into the Recreation Center. We're housed in the park, Southfork Park with Southfork Community Center. So that show, even though it's sponsored by the Cricket's Nest, will be held in the Community Center, just right behind the Cricket's Nest here, and it is fun. We give away door prizes every hour, and you can come and just shop for Christmas.
That sounds great, because one of the things that I heard you say was that for the festival, even children can bring in their crafts. So that gives not only the members of the Cricket's Nest an opportunity, but also the children in the community. Now, when you talk about the members, how does that work? I understand that there's a fee that has to be paid to be able to be part of this. Give us a little bit more detail about that.
Yes, to be a member of the Cricket's Nest, everyone pays a small membership fee. It's $18 for the year. And we also have an annual meeting each year that they're invited to come and enjoy a wonderful dinner. So their membership fee goes towards paying for that dinner. So really they're getting it back to get the free dinner in May when we have our annual meeting. But it's a very small fee. We also give them discounts when they come and do one of our shows and things like that. Our members are wonderful because they take ownership in the Cricket's Nest and the fact that they volunteer here for us, you know, for special events, or they'll volunteer on Saturdays for us and things like that. But when they bring their items into the shop, they get exactly what they ask. We add 15% on top of that, and that just takes care of the shop supplies, you know, our bags and tissue and things like that. So it's such a small fee. But it's wonderful that the city helps co-sponsor this, and we're able to do that for the citizens.
Well, those things are really keeps a community with the enthusiasm of just letting others know what they can do and what we have. Also, we're talking about everything and who they are and things like this, but then what are the hours? When can I come in? When can I come and shop? Is there a place on a website that I could find this out? Is there an activity calendar where I can go to so I'll know and how to keep up with you all?
Oh, you'll want to visit our website. It's www.cricketsnest, cricketsnest.com, cricketsnest.com. You can find out information about our shows. You can find out information about how to become a member, just see pictures of all the past events and everything that we've had. So it's a great resource. Our hours here at the shop have just changed. September through December, we're open 10 to 4 every day except Thursdays, and we're open 10 to 6. So our hours September through December will be until 4 o'clock. Now in January, we'll go back to our normal hours, January through August. We're open 10 to 2 except Thursday. We're open till 6. But we want to give you some extra shopping time for September through December because there's a lot going on. And there's another show the first weekend of December that I forgot to mention to you. And we also have Santa come and visit that day. So the very first weekend of December, on that Saturday, you'll come in 11 to 1, visit Santa. He has a treat for everyone. And we have a little show from our house to yours also. But visit the website. You can see all the information about this.
This sounds so exciting. It really does. Santa Claus, I could imagine all the kids coming into the Cricket's Nest outside where he is established. So that'll be so great. Is there anything else that you would like to add to this? And we'll see everything or some of the things that you all have here. But is there something specific that you would like our public to know? And even how can they get here, where you're located?
Well, the Cricket's Nest is just so special. Particularly, I'm the executive director of the Cricket's Nest, and I've been with the city now for 20 plus years, 25 plus years. And actually it was so funny because I started working with recreation when I was in high school and cleaned the shelves when it was first brought into the park, you know, many years ago. So it's very special to me, and we are just so happy with the way it's grown. And the employees here, the staff, everyone that comes in just loves them. And so I think you'll find it's a fun place to shop. You know, you're not going out to one of the box stores or anything like that. You're coming somewhere where people start to know your name, and you'll really enjoy it. We're easy to find. We're on Country Club Road. That's 4401 Country Club Road, and you can take Solace Creek and come on Country Club, but we're right across from Southfork School, elementary school. So if you pass the school, you passed us. So back up and come on back and to see us. But it's a great little shop. Go on our website for the directions too. We have a little link you can click on there and give you directions right to the front door. So it's so much fun. You've got to come out and see us.
As you have already heard about what is the Cricket's Nest, it's a wonderful place. We would encourage you to go to the Cricket's Nest during this time of festivities. There are beautiful things there for gifts, for decorating your home, for different other things that you have already seen. We thank Ms. Kim Young for giving us that information. Now, we're going to have one of our commissioners, Mr. Eusebio Velez, talk to us about what happened at the International Village event.
Mr. Velez, can you please let us know where you work, first of all, and second, you are in one of the commissions. Which ones is that?
Yes, I am an academic advisor at Forsyth Technical Community College within the Economic and Workforce Development Division. I'm also Human Relations Commissioner for the City of Winston-Salem.
I understand that the Human Relations Commission does a variety of things. One of them I heard a couple of weeks ago. It was called the International Village. What is that all about? Can you explain?
Yes, International Village is a nice way for us to highlight the richness of the international community and the cultures that are represented here in Winston-Salem. It was held on September 12th here in Corporation Plaza. It was a great display of cultural pride and looking to see what everybody shares, those commonalities within our cultures, whether it be cuisine, whether it be art, whether it be music. It was a fun time and we hope to continue hosting those events throughout the year, and we want to highlight what race relations, human relations is all about, and that alludes to that.
Now, I understand that many people come. Do you have an idea how many people came over to this event?
We had about 200 to 250 attendees here in the Corporation Plaza. We had a number of vendors and merchants who were selling food, artifacts, and many other craft items that highlight their own cultural roots. So it was quite nice, and we hope to have it again next year.
Now, it says International Village, so that means many countries together. Do you have a slight idea what countries are represented?
Yes, this year we had Ethiopia represented. We also had Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Mexico. Naturally, the Hispanic community is going to be more represented because of the population density here. So we had a good mix of different ethnicities represented throughout the event. We hope to continue expanding upon that in the years to come. But it was a good assortment of the different international communities that are represented here in Winston-Salem.
Now, Mr. Velez, have you gotten any feedback about what happened that day from the community?
I was there, so it was quite fun. We had a number of presenters who were dancing, others who were singing. We had a number of vendors who were also providing their own services and food and art. And the feedback overall was quite good. Many of the citizens here in Winston-Salem and immigrant population have yet to learn about other people, so there was a good cultural exchange experience here in Winston-Salem. We hope to continue offering that. I think it was a good platform to have, and to have it here in Corporation Plaza is a great venue to be able to sponsor that.
And Mr. Velez, is there any upcoming events for the Human Relations Commission?
We do offer ongoing forums and trust talks and summits for different populations within the community, whether it be students, whether it be upcoming professionals, and even nonprofit organizations that are working with members in the community. So we do invite many citizens and immigrants alike to visit our website to see upcoming events. We try to also announce it on TV. That way they can come and visit us and make their voices heard as well. So it is ongoing, it's ever evolving and ever changing, but one that we do like to announce because it is very important for them to take part in that.
Is there anything else you would like our public to know about the Human Relations Commission?
We are a commission that tries to give a voice to members in the community, whether it be race relations, discrimination, housing issues. We want them to come to us and be able to voice their opinions. In doing so, we can also give a voice to the other marginalized groups in the community. We also look to sponsor activities throughout the year to help open that discussion and maintain that dialogue open, whether it be collegiate trust talks, whether it be citizenship, local citizen trust talks as well. We want to be able to provide that so that people can continue to have their voices heard, and although it sounds redundant, it's very much important because this is what we're here for. We're here to listen to your concerns. We want to voice them to the local city council. We want to provide proactive and objective recommendations that will be put forward by our local city representatives. So what we do is valuable and of good service to everyone.
Well, let me recap. We had Mr. Johnnie Taylor talk to us about the sanitation department and talk to us about the recollection of leaves and different dates for the recycling and trash pickup during the holidays. Then we had Ms. King Young talk to us about what the Cricket's Nest is all about and showed us all the beautiful things that they have there. We also then, at last, we had Mr. Eusebio Velez that talked to us about the great event of International Village. We hope all of this information will be of great benefit to you as citizens of Winston-Salem. This is your host, Miriam Hernandez for WSTV.